This is a Colombian roast. Good stuff. Our quote of the day comes from Billy Graham. A good father is one of the most unsung, unpraised, unnoticed, and yet one of the most valuable assets in our society. Trending Tuesday on the Chilly Wolfpack Podcast. I am your host, Ian Wolff. We have a plethora of interesting events, primarily internationally, that we'll be covering today. Let's get into it. Number one, though, Apple. At its annual developers conference in Cupertino, California, the following are unveiled: software updates and new features. Number one, liquid glass. So the widgets and notifications have a semi-translucent appearance to it. Also, all operating systems are renamed for following year instead of the version number. So for instance, you would have iOS 26, iPad OS 26, Watch OS 26. So it's named after the year, the 26. And then if there's any additional updates, I'd assume it'd be like iOS 26.2 and so on and so forth. iPhones will filter unwanted spam texts. Workout Buddy provides fitness insights through your Apple Watch. And I found this pretty interesting. Live translations available for calls, messages, and FaceTime. So these updates are set to take place in the fall for iPhone 11 and higher. This fall, iPhone 11 and higher. Warner Bros. Discovery is unmerging after just 3 years together. The divorce will separate its streaming businesses, which are HBO, Warner Bros., and DC Studios, from its legacy network businesses, TNT, Discovery, and CNN. This will take place by the middle of next year. Now to the international side of things. In Austria, a school shooting last Tuesday. Around 10 a.m., a 21-year-old man who previously went to that high school in Graz, Austria, opened fire. So I'm going to rewind because I stumbled a bit. 21-year-old gentleman opened fire at a high school in Graz, Austria. This was the high school that he went to. 9 lives were lost, and at least 12 more were wounded. And then he took his own life. This happened last Tuesday, so a week ago from the filming of this. A Bible verse comes from Luke chapter 6, verse 32 and 35. If you love those who love you, what credit is that to you? Even sinners love those who love them. But love your enemies, do what is good, and lend, expecting nothing in return. Then your reward will be great, and you will be children of the Most High. Next up, we take a trip to Northern Ireland, where anti-immigrant riots are taking place. Last Monday, peaceful protests began because 2 14-year-old Romanian boys allegedly sexually assaulted a teenage girl in that community in Ireland. Last Tuesday and Wednesday, so following the beginning of the peaceful protest last Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, masked rioters set homes and cars on fire. Homes and cars set on fire, including a leisure center that hosted migrant families. That was set ablaze too. Additionally, rocks, fireworks, and petrol bombs were thrown at police officers by the rioters. So that was their response to the event. So these two teenage Romanian boys allegedly assaulted this girl from the city in Ireland, and some fellow community members. This is their response to that, and their attacks seem to be targeted at immigrants. You know. Next up, we go to India. India Air Flight 171, which was traveling from Ahmedabad, India to London, England. Air Flight 171 crashed just minutes after takeoff. Over 200 people died. Miraculously, one person survived. Over 200 died. Everyone on board died, with the exception of one gentleman. He was from England and sitting in seat 11A. The plane was the Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner. Now, 5 events, 3 of them are graphic, not so good events from international. Obviously, we have stuff going on in America, but let's end on something positive, and I'll tie this into a mini lesson for us that we could take something good out of. At the Aurora Zoo in Guatemala City, an elephant saved a gazelle from drowning. The elephant and gazelle shared the enclosure. The gazelle fell into the watering hole in the enclosure and couldn't climb over the steep rocky edge that was on the border, the outline of the watering hole. The elephant took notice, used its trunk, and gripped the gazelle's horns and yanked it out of the watering hole. The elephant saved the gazelle's life. And this is proof that animals can have the ability to think creatively, and that they do have a heart. Like, this elephant isn't just some big dummy. That elephant recognized an animal of a different species. It's struggling, it's drowning, it can't get out of the watering hole. It was able to recognize, not only can it not get out, but if it doesn't get out, eventually it's going to drown and die. Then from there, the elephant goes to the site, is able to think resourcefully, okay, well, if I use my trunk, and then if I put my trunk on this part of the gazelle's body, its horns, and I yank hard enough, it'll pull the gazelle out of the watering hole and save its life, and it will not perish. And I know that seems like common sense to us, but this is just proof that animals are very intelligent creatures. Yeah. I just found that really interesting. I don't have a smooth way to end this podcast, but I hope you took something from this. If any of these events interest you, I encourage you to do more research to get more information. Don't just go off of what I say, and certainly don't just go off what mainstream media says either. I encourage you to do your research, ask people from different backgrounds questions about the same issues. Become informed, guys. Thank you for taking a few minutes out of your day to listen. As always, feedback is available, or feedback is sought after. All right.
Cheers.